Welcome to Rotary and Serving Our Community. Today we're going to take a look at Girls Inc. and how that works in partnership with Rotary and what Rotary does to help instill some of the young people, some of the ideas that we have. With us today we have Ericka Loza-Lopez, hello,
Hello.
and Jessica Wetzel.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
We're going to start with you, Eric. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do, and a little bit about your life.
Actually, I'm coming up to celebrating 33 years with my amazing husband.
Great.
We have 4 children, and I'm actually the operations director there at Girls Inc. Been there for 13 years.
13 years?
Yes.
And you can say Jaime's name, by the way.
Oh,
if
yes,
you
Jaime.
want. Yeah.
Appreciate
Since
it.
he's probably going to be watching, that'd be good. And how about you, Jessica?
Yeah, I am our programs director at Girls Inc. and I've been with the organization for 5 years now. Love it, worn many hats over the years, and I'm very fortunate to be with this organization. Love Carpinteria, recently had my first child, Phoebe, and yeah,
Great.
just looking forward to seeing where that journey takes me as well.
Sounds good. Now, where did you come from? Did you were you a Carpinterian or?
No, I came to Carpinteria from Orange County.
Orange County.
I went to college in Orange County and found myself in Carpinteria and have found it to be a wonderful place that I plan on remaining for as long as they'll have me.
Good, good. Now, had you ever had any plans on becoming an employee or working with Girls Inc., or is that something that just happened?
Yeah, I went to school to be an educator, to be a teacher, and so upon coming to Carpinteria, I did want to find work in that field, and so Girls Inc. of Carpinteria fortuitously came to me in that way, and then I've been really lucky to find a sort of new path for myself through this nonprofit form of education and this youth development. So it's been a wonderful fit for me and my interest, and yeah.
Sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ericka, tell us a little bit about yourself as far as Rotary. You are a Rotarian, member
I
of
am.
the Carpinteria Morning Rotary Club, right?
I definitely am.
Uh-huh.
First of all, the reason I actually really like being a part of the Rotarian family is because it's completely aligned with me personally, knowing my moral responsibility with the youth, our community, and as a humanitarian.
Good, good. And that filters down, I would presume, into the workload that you do at Girls Inc.
It does. It aligns very much because being educators, obviously, of the youth, to fulfill all of their dreams and know that there's no barricade unless they put it there. They can break through anything. And I believe that Rotary and Girls Inc. in that align very well.
Now, what is the age group of the girls that you have in the program?
They actually from 4 years old, pre-K,
Okay.
or TK is what they're referred to as. So they can be 4 years old in the summer, up to 18, 19 years old, high school graduate.
Got it. Okay, perfect. So some of that, I guess with the multiple amount of programs you must have to fit everything within that age group must be a lot of different programs.
There is, and being the program director, I'm sure Jessica can definitely hone in on a little bit more about the programs.
Yeah, so we have programming all through Santa Barbara County and even in Ventura. We serve boys and girls in juvenile justice down in Oxnard. And in Carpinteria, our program takes many different forms. We serve girls in our after-school program, so we bus them to us and bring them from all the local schools. We serve them in an outreach capacity. We recently have started a literacy outreach program. We go onto the elementary school campuses and provide literacy programming for kindergarten through 3rd grade students. We also provide outreach programs in our schools. We do a child abuse prevention program, adolescent pregnancy prevention program, and then our Eureka program is our college-bound program for teen girls that really happens everywhere, including the UCSB campus, our campus, a lot of field trips and internships involved with that program. So we serve girls in many different capacities throughout the county and Ventura as well.
So you say outreach programs. Does that mean that you actually go to the schools, or do they come to you, or both?
Yeah, we do both. And recently we found, we have our girls on our campus. They come to us for our after-school program, but we found that in order to reach more girls, we really have to go to where they are and where the families are and where the need is. And so through the schools, we're able to really go and provide more programming on their turf, so to speak, to be able to serve more girls in a different capacity. So that's
Now,
been
would
really
this
exciting.
be after school or actually during the school time?
Yeah, that's a great question. For our adolescent pregnancy prevention or health classes, we serve that during the school day. So we actually go into Carpinteria Middle School and serve that program in the school day. Similarly, the child abuse prevention program, Kidability, is during the school day. And for literacy, we go after school to the elementary schools right now, but we also have had our staff members go during the school day and provide support to teachers and educators there on reaching girls that have a specific need during the school day as well. So we've been able to really branch out over the past couple of years.
So the curriculum for these during school hour classes, do you actually create those, or those do they have to be vetted through the system programs, things like that? Or?
Yeah, over the years we have used our curriculum that's created nationally. Girls Inc. is a national nonprofit, and we have research-based curricula that comes to us from our national organization that's available to us to use. So we use that curricula during the school day, and yes, we do have a great partnership with the Carpinteria Unified School District, and we work with them to hone in on what they need and tailor our curriculum for the needs of our district and our community. The literacy program, we're part of a national initiative as well, and so part of it is created in-house, the curricula, and part of it is part of a collaboration with other Girls Inc. affiliates nationwide that are coming together for this new literacy component.
Right.
Yeah.
As far as Rotary, how is that tied together with the programs, curriculums that you've seen? Is it something that is focused on, or something that just happens?
Well, especially like right now that today it happens to be that we've got quite a few Rotarians coming to help with our literacy. They're going to be coming to join the girls and do some reading one-on-one. So I think that all of us trying to do and for the youth and bring them up educational and all of, sorry.
That's
I
okay.
apologize. I think it ties in because of the partnership that we do have. We all are for the youth and the community, so I think it's a very good fit.
Good, good. And volunteers, I presume you have quite a few volunteers helping out with these programs.
We definitely can always use more. That's for sure.
That's good to
Yes,
know.
so we can
Yeah,
always
very
use
good to
more
know.
volunteers. But yes, the volunteers that we do have are very devoted and dedicated and very much appreciated.
Good, good. Now, how many students do you have actually during the programs, in all the programs at Girls Inc.? Carpinteria, actually.
We have about 600 or 700 girls that we serve on an annual basis through all our programs.
Wow, okay. And is that full-time? And when I say full-time, is that on a daily basis? You get that many coming through, or?
Our programs vary so certain girls, they do come daily, and that's the need of their families and the need of the girls in order to come after school and have a safe, enriching place to be. But also we have girls in the Eureka program, for instance, that meet us on a monthly or bi-monthly or bi-weekly basis. So they come to different field trips or meetings that we offer that fit with their school schedule or fit with their sports schedule. And then other programs, they meet weekly, depending on the literacy program, for instance, is twice a week. So it really depends on the community that we're serving in the specific program, and also the goals and the outcomes that we're looking for in the program in terms of the level of engagement they have.
Let's take a look at some of the programs you have. So we're going to start with the literacy one. Now, Rotary actually has what's called basic literacy projects, and they do this worldwide, so I'm presuming that would fit well within what you do.
Yeah.
The reading, for example, that's done with the younger ones, I would guess. Which age group and which grades?
Yeah, today, as Ericka mentioned, we're having Rotarians come in and do a read-around with the girls, and they're going to be working with our kindergarten and first grade students. Our literacy program is really targeted at kindergarten through third grade. Up into third grade, students have to learn to read, and when they hit third grade, they need to read to learn. And so we're really focusing on that group of girls and students, because we know that we need the extra support there so that when they get to that third grade benchmark, they're ready to read to learn. So our Rotarians that are coming today, they're going to be working with that younger group and not only providing them with a love of reading by showing them books that they brought to the table that they really love, but also showing them that community support. There are people here who care about your success and want you to love this and want to show you their love, and also want to support you in meeting those goals you have for yourself when it comes to literacy. So it's been great with the Rotary.
Oh, that's great. So with volunteers, I'm assuming that unlike school, you can get more of a one-on-one training, so people could focus than with specific students and children that way.
Yeah, most definitely. And we do, especially with something like reading fluency, for instance, a lot of our girls They need to take the time to understand the words, but then also read it fluently and understand what they mean, which takes a lot of practice. And that means one person sitting there with that girl and not only reading to them, but giving them a safe place to read aloud. And so we have that opportunity with volunteers to give girls that safe person who can help them with that fluency, so that they're not only putting the sounds together, but understanding the meaning of those sounds. And so that's where those volunteers really come in for the reading.
Sounds good. Now, have you had a chance to actually evaluate the success factor of this program, or is it something fairly new?
Yeah, I'm sorry, and jump in whenever.
Absolutely.
But we started this program 2 years ago, really on a more informal basis, looking at our community, talking with our teachers and educators and saying, what can we do and how can we be part of this and what can we do to support our community? And starting in January, we were able to actually get a large initiative, this national initiative I talked about, where we had more resources in terms of measurement. So we have been able to use Dibbles, which is a very popular and really great tool to measure fluency and all of those things that we spoke about with girls. And it's also used in the school district. So we're able to use something that the girls are familiar with, that the teachers are familiar with now, to measure the progress of our girls, and then work with our teachers to place girls in different intensive programs, or see how we can serve them to be the most effective. And so we're just now really starting to use that data, which is really exciting because we hadn't had the capacity before this new initiative to do so. So it's very exciting.
Great. Now, how about, say, identifying those that have literacy challenges, learning disabilities, things like that? I'm presuming that this would find those people quickly.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Definitely helped.
Yeah, we're able to use our data, and then through a really great partnership with the Carpinteria Unified School District, our teachers and educators help us identify girls to say, this girl could use extra support. So when we go out to those outreach programs, we're saying, what students do you have that need extra support that maybe aren't getting it, and how can our program reach them? So it's been great in identifying, it's been great in collaborating, and then also the data the school helps provide us has really been making this program much more intentional.
That sounds good.
And it's great to see, because also the teachers that we are in that communication with the school district, they're able to call and email and just give that even verbal right there, that they're seeing the significant difference.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
Great. Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Now, how many students would you say you have in this program?
So I would say we're looking at about 60 right now.
60, wow.
Next year we're looking to get up to probably closer to 80 in expanding that. And that includes our outreach site as well as the girls on site. And that's really K through 3. There's even more if you talk about K through 5, which is what our literacy program really is serving on site.
So as far as staffing, Girls Inc. staffing, how many do you have staffing that specific program?
Yeah, really great. Last year we were able to bring on a literacy coordinator, which is really exciting, Gloria Flores, and she does great work with our girls in coordinating and working with the national initiative to align our program with what's happening nationally, and then also in collaborating with the schools. We also have a new outreach coordinator coming on starting in the fall, and she'll be working to really expand that program and see, what can we do to serve more girls. So there's the two of them right there that are full-time working on the program, but then we also have a part-time staff, the facilitators on the ground who are working with our girls daily, whether it be through read alouds, whether it be through literacy games, who are that first, line of defense against these issues that girls face. So yeah, we have a small staff, but it's a mighty staff.
So you're looking at two full-time and a handful of volunteers to run 60 to 80 students right now.
Yes,
So that is amazing.
And because we try to tailor everything for the needs of the girls where they are, we're trying to meet them where they are. I mean, we definitely are going to get in there and help the girls. And I mean, I know personally myself, I have taken quite a few of those reading groups, and to see a girl at the first just be very shy and not want to, and actually almost pretty much buck against it, to turn around and say, can I read next? Can I please read more?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So this is where the volunteers come in. This is where Rotary could really make a
Oh,
big
yeah.
impact, a
Absolutely.
huge difference.
Yeah,
Great.
definitely.
Okay, good. Let's talk a little bit about Eureka. That's kind of an interesting program, it sounds
Yeah.
like. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Eureka we started in 2012 as part of another national initiative to expand college-bound programming nationwide. And since 2012, we've been able to bring on 5 groups of girls. We catch them in their 7th grade year, entering 8th grade, and follow them through the course of our 5-year program. So this year, we're lucky enough to have recruited our 5th cohort of girls who are going to be entering. It's a college-bound program that's based on science exploration, but a lot of it is personal development. We know that you can't get girls to college and career without giving them the tools to navigate that system. And that comes with, leadership skills, that comes with, healthy risk-taking and all of that good stuff with science. So the program really starts at UCSB 2 summers in a row. Third year, the girls go ahead and get an externship, that we call it, where they get to work in the field with mentors and looking at what that career might look like of their interest. And they also have a Washington, D.C. trip. We took 5 girls to Washington, D.C., 5 small town girls in the subways in D.C. And then, the program grows with the girls depending on their needs as they get more toward that college going age.
And how many do you have in that program?
We're going to be up to 80. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
to just about 80 with this new cohort of girls, which is very exciting.
That is great.
Yeah.
Now, do you tie together with some of the colleges, universities? Do they send staffing down to assist you with identifying what needs to be done?
Yeah, we have some great partnerships in our community. We work with UCSB at the EAOP program, which is an early academic outreach program there that works with students, and they really are our champion and advocate on the UCSB campus, helping us secure space, hooking us up with different science departments that provide programming for girls, providing workshops of their own on goal setting, leadership skills, navigating the college system, scholarships, all of those things. So yeah, we have a great relationship now with UCSB. And then we do work with campuses throughout California, actually, to provide girls with tours and different workshops when we go. And even in D.C., we take them to George Washington. So we've really expanded that so the girls get an opportunity to see many campuses and feel at home and ownership of those campuses.
Very good.
Yeah.
Do you have any other programs in sports, things like that are extracurricular, I would say, instead of the academics portion?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'll let Ericka speak to that. She has a lot of experience.
We do. We
working
have
with
year-round volleyball sessions and basketball sessions, and we do try to get them through the different age groups. So we'll offer like either 6-week sessions where they meet twice a week, or they'll do more of a 1-week session where they meet 3 hours a day for a week. But we do offer it for the different age.
Oh, good. Good. Now, is that run by volunteers or part of your staffing also?
It's actually through some of the coaches that are local in the area.
Good. So they volunteer their time, ideally?
They volunteer a lot of their time, but
Okay,
also we
good.
do provide a stipend for a lot of our
nice.
coaches for some of the
Okay,
stuff.
good. Now, is that any traveling teams, things like that would work with that group?
We used to have a very strong volleyball, club volleyball. That has kind of a little bit dwindled as we don't have a athletic director at the moment. We definitely are something that it's on our radar to definitely pick up a little bit more, but right now we don't have anybody in-house that can really run a program of that magnitude. So we definitely rely more on volunteers and coaches.
For that one also. I see. Well, tell us a little bit about the structure of Girls in Carpinteria. Is that part of a national branch? Is it something that runs independent? And what kind of support do you get from?
Well, we are under the large umbrella, as Jessica mentioned, Girls Inc. National. There is about 80 affiliates across the nation, but every affiliate it's on its own. So all the fundraising, everything we do for our affiliate is for us, by us.
Okay, specifically Carpinteria then?
Yes.
Wow, that's got to be a heavy load then.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really great because we have this opportunity to work with youth development professionals nationwide when it comes to this curricula that we're talking about, these initiatives that we're talking about. But then operating sort of independently, we have the opportunity to say, what are the needs of Carpinteria and how do we really reach our girls? So it gives us a lot of support, but then also a lot of freedom.
Very good. We've got a few pictures that were brought forward to us. First picture shows, it looks like a work day. So let's talk about that, how volunteers help you out and kind of help balance the budget there. You want to tell us a little bit about this one, Ericka?
Yes, this is a really good work day that we had here, that we had quite a few volunteers. And again, like Jessica mentioned, we are very few, but we are mighty. But with the community, we are that much more stronger. And this particular picture that we're talking about here is the Rotary came out and helped us with the whole sandbox and yard work that we needed, because our facility, it is a little over 20 years old at this point. So it needs some TLC, and to have community members that care enough to come out and help us with this is greatly appreciated.
Sounds good. Now, do you do that on a regular basis? Or I know this picture was taken a while ago.
Yes.
So, is that an annual thing you try and do? Or
That's something, is that something you're offering? We'd love
What
to
I'm
take
saying
you
is
up on it.
Rotary is there, so
Yeah,
Excellent.
definitely want to create that partnership. That's
That
part
is
of
something we definitely would like to look at because, like I said, 20-year-old building. We just had a brand new play structure put in because of the wear and tear, the love that it got. We had a new play structure put in, but definitely the building and the grounds can definitely use some TLC.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then there's another picture here showing, actually that's myself up on top of this
Wow.
scaffolding there, changing lights out. I don't know if that was such a good deal or not.
Better you than me.
We got a discount on that, I would say. But that was a lot of work on that one. That was a great event, by the way. That one was done for one of the fundraising events. I think it may have been, what was that one? Maybe an awards banquet of some sort or something like that.
Well, we do have 3 main events that we do over the year, but I have to tell you that looking at this picture, and I was looking at it a little earlier, it's definitely a need now.
That's another one.
Definitely.
If you'd like to
I
get
guess
up
I
there,
shouldn't have brought that one up.
But it is. I mean, we run a small team, so
Yes.
anyone that can come out and even help us change light bulbs at the top of the gym, I mean, those kind of things really help us make sure that we can continue to provide these services. So
Great.
something like that is a wonderful asset to us.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
On that note, tell us a little bit about your fundraising. I know you have a big one coming up here shortly.
Yes, it's our Evening in Bloom that we have normally in October. The last couple of years we had it at Westerly Floral. We are going to have it again, but we're bumping it up a little bit into September of this year.
Okay.
It's one of our main fundraisers that we do.
Okay. And it is it an auction or?
It's a silent auction, it's a dinner, it's kind of like a black tie affair. It's a wonderful community event. We hope to see everybody there in the community, and we do have a very good following on that. And it's, like I said, it's a live and silent dinner, and it's we usually raise about $400,000 during all of our events, which really help with all of our programming.
That's good. By the way, Wesley, that's another Rotary connection, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You hope as a member
Thank
of
you to them.
Rotary.
Absolutely.
That's great. Good for
Yeah.
them for helping you out. A few more pictures we have here. Another picture is of a RILA camp, Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Camp in Ojai. And this picture shows a team that went from Girls Inc. They were the first team that was exclusively selected by Girls Incorporated for that. So that was a great one. They went on to do great things. And
Doesn't surprise us.
No, and I know we've had many girls go through the program over the years.
Yes.
And it really aligns with our goals and our mission and vision, so it's a great partnership there and able to send girls.
Good, good. And I know it's being a leadership program, one of the girls in that picture actually talked to us. She came to the club meeting, and she said that, quote, before I went, I was shy to talk to anybody, but after RILA camp, she goes, I found out I had a voice. And I think that's huge, especially for leadership. And for her, she went on to compete nationally in different speech programs, so it's amazing for her.
Absolutely.
The next picture we have is, again, from the RILA camp, but in another year, and you could probably tell us a little bit about this one, proud mom here.
Absolutely, yes. The one that's in the white shorts is actually my youngest, Ariana, and she speaks so highly about her experience with RILA, and to this day talks about the connections that she made with other youth there and how they still connect and still are in communication, and they actually do a check-ins to see where people are and holding each other accountable.
So they stay connected then.
Exactly.
That is great.
Yes.
What other leadership programs do you have within Girls Incorporated, Girls Inc.?
Yes, I think that leadership is really a thread through all of our programs, definitely, especially when you're talking about programs for young women. So we do have a program that's called In Our Own Hands. It's a leadership program designed to hook young girls up with mentors and community action projects. And so actually that leads me to Ericka. She's run a couple of those community action projects through our sort of leadership thread.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure you're familiar with making our city a smoke-free city. We partnered with the Tobacco Prevention Program and the Santa Barbara County Health Department and made our smoke-free city many years ago. But we're actually still in the different phases, and we're just now completing our third phase with them of surveying all the stores that do sell tobacco and what other healthy products are being sold with it. So we're still very much in line with all of that and connecting them with mentors and seeing the community action part of it and seeing all these women of also in power to be able to mentor them and show them all the different roles that we play.
Sounds good. Now, I know Rotary has a leadership program. We were talking about maybe eventually getting that into Girls Inc.
Most
Maybe
definitely.
something that Rotary would be able to help you out with that on that program also.
Most definitely. You have so many leaders and so many great examples and programs that would really align with our mission and vision.
Sounds good. Sounds like
yeah.
we need to talk more.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
That sounds good. Is there anything that you would like to share with us, something specific that you really found fascinating or rewarding for you in Girls Inc.?
On a personal level or just
Personal
at
level,
Girls Inc?
those things that stand out.
I was just sharing with some of my coworkers just this morning that, again, I have 4 wonderful children and I have 3 daughters. And a testament to what we do as an organization is just seeing the different characteristics in my 3 daughters and seeing that one of my daughters went through Girls Inc. since kindergarten and just graduated high school, and the significant difference in the way Ariana approaches everything and her voice that she found. Also, I know that attributes a lot to her participation with Girls Inc.
Good. Very good. How about you, Jessica?
It's college graduation season, and I've been with Girls Inc. 5 years, so now I've had the opportunity to see girls that I worked with when I first started who are now graduating college, and I recently heard from one of our graduates. She's graduating from Columbia with honors, and she sent an email out and just spoke so much about what Girls Inc. meant to her through her journey in high school and then how it really prepared her for college. And so I think about her and some of our other alums who are doing great work, and it's really great to be able to see that and see those results in girls and have them come back to us and really want to be part of the organization and continue to value what we, instilled in them.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
One last note we didn't talk about, that would be the CEO, the one that runs it. You want to talk a little bit about her?
Victoria?
Victoria.
She's a great asset. She really knows how to represent us, and I love the transparency of the organization, and she's such a go-getter, and it's just so aligned with the growth and with the Girls Inc. of National and the strategic plan. She's an amazing leader.
Yeah.
I've seen that it has changed substantially. It's substantially improved since she's been here.
Yeah.
So you could definitely attribute a lot of that to her.
Most definitely.
She seems like she's put a good team together also. That's
Yes.
something I have noticed. And she couldn't make it today. I guess she's always busy.
She's at the Juvenile Justice down in Ventura right now
Yeah.
with another one of our directors down there helping and overseeing that also.
Yeah. I value her so much because that really is part of what she does. She's down there with us. She's in with the girls. She knows the girls. She knows the program. So it's great seeing her be so hands-on as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We
Oh,
sure
absolutely.
appreciate that. And again, appreciate everything you're doing. It's making a huge difference. I know Carpinteria is much better for it, and the youth today will be the leaders of tomorrow.
Most
Yes.
definitely. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us, Ray.
My pleasure. Thank you. And with that, thank you very much. Take a look at Girls Inc. and some of the other women's and girls programs that we have out there, because it's going to be you that's going to make the difference. Your volunteer time, your support of those programs will definitely make a difference in making our communities better. And with that, thank you. We'll see you next time.